Yeah, I'm gonna do a recording on this one. Y'all know who this guy is? I'm gonna put this on my Instagram. Y'all know who this guy is? Let me tell you. I ain't gonna tell you what this guy did. Y'all probably never seen him before a day in your life. But I know we know exactly who he is and what he did. Let's find out since he's been in hiding for the last few months. Let's find out what he did. A CNN host.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Hello, Allison.
It's been a while.
It has been a while, indeed.
I feel like we should address what's happened in the months since we've seen you, since some of our viewers may not know what has happened. So I guess I'll recap. I'll do the honors.
Look at her face. Let's cook.
Help yourself.
Okay.
Watch me. Listen to what he did.
In October, you were on a Zoom call with your colleagues from the New Yorker magazine. Everyone took a break for several minutes, during which time
Look at that nigga face.
you were caught masturbating on camera. You were subsequently fired from that job after 27 years of working there. And you, since then, have been on leave from CNN. Do I have all that right?
You got it all right. Sad to
This nigga was beating his meat during the Zoom call. Nigga, you couldn't. Look at everybody. Look at this nigga here like, nigga, what you do? Look at her face. Look at this nigga. Look at this nigga right here. He say, what?
say.
Okay, so let's start there.
Okay.
To
Let
quote
me
Jay
back it
Leno,
up so you can see the
what
new
the-
reaction in the back.
you were subsequently fired from that job after 27 years of working there. And you, since then, have been on leave from CNN. Do I have all that right?
You got it all right. Sad to say.
Okay, so let's start there.
Okay.
To quote Jay Leno, what the hell were you thinking?
Well, obviously, I wasn't thinking very well or very much, and it was something that was inexplicable to me. I think one point, I wouldn't exactly say in my defense, because nothing is really in my defense. I didn't think I was on the call. I didn't think other people could see me.
You thought that you had turned off your camera?
Correct. I thought that I had turned off the Zoom call. Now, that's not a defense. This
Look at the nigga in the background. Look at this nigga in the background. What the
was
fuck?
deeply moronic and indefensible, but
Did you see the nigga, the dude in the back? Look, check him out in the back. Watch this dude in the back. Watch what he do.
not a defense. This was deeply moronic and indefensible, but I mean that is part of that is part of the story. And you know, I have spent the 7 subsequent months, miserable months in my life, I can certainly confess, trying to be a better person. I mean, in therapy, trying to do some public service, working in a food bank, which I certainly am going to continue to do, working on a new book about the Oklahoma City bombing, but I am trying to become the kind of person that people can trust again.
I'm sure you've replayed that embarrassing moment over and over many times.
Okay, bro, listen. Nigga, you ain't gotta go to therapy for beating your meat, dog. No, you ain't got. That's bullshit. That nigga ain't went to no therapy. Every nigga that got every nigga that got caught. But you got to see what point in life you are, where you at in life. You understand what I'm saying? Don't see no chick, no dick pic, man, and you gotta. Don't do that, man. I'd rather you not, you know, if that's what your thing is, that's your thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't shitting on it. But nigga, you on a Zoom call with the New York Times, nigga. Y'all 6 in the panel, nigga. You thought the camera wasn't on? That nigga back there, nigga, like, man, goddamn, I wish they would hurry up so I can go ahead and beat my meat. I wish they could hurry up so I can go ahead and. But women play with themselves, dudes play with themselves. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand the situation that you in at the time. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? On camera at work, nigga, you on a call. You log off.
Have you ever thought about what it must have been like to be on the receiving end of that Zoom call?
Well, I haven't just thought about it. I've spoken to several of my former colleagues at the New Yorker about it, and they were shocked and appalled. I think they realized that this was not intended for them. I think they realized that this was something that I would immediately regret, as I certainly did. And it was that day that I began apologizing, and that is something that I have tried to continue to do, both publicly and privately. We've covered a lot of political scandals, and we've heard what I like to think of as the politician apology, which is, I'm sorry if you were offended, which always sounds to me like I've said the words, now get off my back. That's exactly what I've tried not to do. I mean, I have tried, and I'm trying now, to say how sorry I am.
Yeah, nigga, because everybody saw your tatty whacker. You little freak. Look, see that little bottle of hand sanitizer down there? You see it? That little bottle of hand sanitizer right here. That nigga need to take that home with him.
Sincerely, in all seriousness. Above all, I am sorry to my wife and to my family, but I'm also sorry to the people on the Zoom call. I'm sorry to my former colleagues at the New Yorker. I'm sorry to my current, fortunately still colleagues at CNN. And I'm sorry to the people who read my work and who watched me on CNN and who thought I was a better person than this. And so, I got a lot to rebuild, but I feel very privileged and very lucky that I'm going to be able to try to do that.
I mean, one of the ironies of this whole incident is that for decades you have covered the bad judgment and sexual proclivities of public figures and politicians like Bill Clinton and Anthony Weiner and Eliot Spitzer and Donald Trump, and I could go on. And so, of course it begs the question, why didn't you have better judgment?
Because I didn't have better judgment. Because I'm a flawed human being who makes mistakes. And there is no defense for my conduct. The only issue is what should be the consequences. And the New Yorker made one decision about the consequences. CNN made a different decision, fortunately, for which I'm very grateful. But I am not going to come up here and split hairs and try to come up with justifications or explanations. It was wrong, it was stupid, and I'm trying to be a better person.
I do want to get to what the New Yorker decision was and the consequences. So after you had worked there for 27 years, you were fired, they said, after an internal investigation. And in an internal memo, one of the executives there said, I am writing to share with you that our investigation regarding Jeffrey Toobin is complete, and as a result, he is no longer affiliated with our company. Do you know what else they found?
I do, actually. I was told very specifically by the people involved that they looked at my entire career at the New Yorker, 27 years, and found that there had been no complaints about me, no issues, no other, this was not the straw that broke the camel's back. It was just this incident. And I was certainly relieved, though not surprised, that that's what they found. And but yet, nevertheless, they made the decision to get rid of me, which, needless to say, was heartbreaking for me.
So you're saying there will be no surprises after this that will come out?
There are no surprises out there about my conduct. That I am worried that there is there's a skeleton that's going to be found. I live in the world. I know social media, what the reactions are likely to be. I hope they will be at least mixed. But and so,
Nah, it won't be mixed, homeboy. You was caught playing with Mr. Wiggles, nigga, on camera, nigga. Why you ain't just wait till everybody was gone, log off, nigga, and wait 2 hours, nigga. Go to the basement or wherever the fuck you be going. You know what I'm saying? Do that shit, nigga. You couldn't wait. Yeah, you know what? You probably needed therapy, nigga. You couldn't wait.
People can claim what they want, but I don't think there is anything further that's going to come out.
Do you think, given that the punishment fits the crime?
You know, I am the worst person to ask that question. I mean, obviously, I loved the New Yorker. I loved working there. I felt like I was a very good contributor to that magazine for a very long time, and I thought this punishment was excessive. But look, that's why they don't ask the criminal to be the judge in his own case. I mean, I thought it was an excessive punishment. I am incredibly grateful to CNN for taking me back. But other people are going to weigh in about whether it was appropriate for them to get rid of me and for CNN to keep me.
Other people have weighed in.
Yes, indeed.
Late night talk shows have had a field day.
Hey, you know what? How about 2 segments on Saturday Night Live about me? That's like, anyway.
How unpleasant was that, or whatever? Did you see it? Did you watch it?
I actually did not watch it. I sort of read transcripts, and I guess I saw a little YouTube of it. One thing about all this is I've never thought of myself, even when I was a prosecutor, as someone who was a particular hard ass, who was someone who was like wanted to punish everyone to the maximum extent of the law. And also, as a journalist, I have been aware that, not every crime deserves the death penalty. So I don't think there's a lot of hypocrisy involved in a claim for leniency on my part. But it is true that, people had fun with this, and I am enough a person in the world to know, people were going to have fun with it.
Well, I mean, on that note, even O.J. Simpson took a swipe at you. I think that it could be unpleasant to be the butt of jokes, obviously. And so I'm wondering if you think that will somehow color your legal analysis in the future.
I really don't think so. My dad used to say something. He used to say, you can judge a person by their enemies. And if my enemy is O.J. Simpson, that is okay with me.
Okay.
Well, Jeffrey, on that note, should we move on to the news?
That nigga got caught beating his meat on camera on the Zoom call, nigga. Nigga, why you on the Zoom call in your drawers? You nasty bastard, you. That's all I got, man. Now that wasn't fake news right there. That was real news. That was real news. He talking about CNN addresses his absences. We knew why he was gone. He was a damn fool for getting back on TV. He's like, yo, you know what? I was. Nasty little freak ass nigga. She laughing like she wanted something. Nigga. I meet you after work. Look at her face. And that wedding ring. Shit. Whoever his wife is, you got competition now. But that's all I had to show, man. God damn, that was funny.